Well, with the Who back on tour doing Quadrophenia, I thought I'd do a run through great song, The Real Me. It really makes use of just familiar stuff that Townsend likes to use. Capo at the 3rd fret. Let's just think about the chord shapes, and then we can talk later about what notes are actually being played. So we're going to have the classic A5. So this, we're pretending now that this is the 2nd fret and this is the 5th. Our A5, that is, we're leaving out the 3rd of that chord, that is leaving out the C sharp. Then a G5, so imagining this is the 3rd fret, muting the 5th, and then getting the 2 strings, the B and the E, and then a plain old D. Sometimes, as we'll see, he uses the plain D, so during the verses, he's going to use a regular D. During the chorus, he's going to use that D, but he's going to turn it into a D5 and grab what would be the 5th fret if there were no capo there, but it's really the 8th. Then during the chorus, we're going to get another chord that he likes to use, take the A shape and sort of add on sort of a D part. Grab the 2nd string and the 4th string with that sort of A minor 7th shape. And that's a familiar chord that he likes to use. What do you think about Who Are You? So that shape. And then the only one that's new, really, that we don't see much of, is going to be what's actually up at the 8th fret, bar all the strings, grab with your thumb the 8th fret on the 6th string, mute the 5th if you want, or let it ring. If we were playing this really at the 5th fret, that would be an A minor 7th. As we're going to see later, because where everything is moved up, it's really going to be a C minor 7th. Another way to think about that is, pretend again this is the nut. Take an E minor. This would be our octave, our E. If you drop that E out and let the D ring, you've got a flat 7th. That's what's part of a minor 7th chord. So there's a way of fretting an E minor 7th. If you slid that all the way up to the 5th fret, you'd have A minor 7th. We're just sort of doing it this way. Then, one more thing from Pete's stockpile of chords and riffs. A, grabbing what would be the G note. Something he likes to do in lots of songs. We're going to get that done as we'll see. Alright, so let's put it together. First go through the chords that make up the verse, and then we'll do a little bit of the chorus, and then look at some of the other pieces. Doctor, get another shrink. Sitting there till my weekend. Never the trains, what are things. When you see the real Alright, so after we get through the verse, then we get to the chorus. We're going to have, can you see so that A5, A minor 7th shape, that barred A with the extra notes, and then the D with the high A ringing. That's the same pattern that's going to be used when we get to the faster part. Can you see? Can you see? let's go through that part now. All right, so when we get to the great distinctive part of the song with the great bass runs, so what are you going to do when you're playing the guitar? Well, think about using the C minor pentatonic scale. And think about Entwistle actually is making use of that scale as well, with, as a bass player does, some chromatic runs. But he's building it off of the C minor pentatonic. So the notes are C, E flat, F, G, B flat, and then our C. Those are the same notes that you find in the E flat major pentatonic. So if you just want to fool around with that in place of the actual bass part, in the live versions when Pete's doing some soloing, which is not only on the record, he uses the C minor pentatonic. Slides up to the E flat major pentatonic shape, and then you just keep working up in the neck, getting those notes. He likes to do this little run, D sharp to the D to the C. All right, so let's put it together with a little bit of a sort of jam like they do in the live versions. Say good night, Charlie. Good night.